Hi, this is Miss Jessica from the Bookonic Library, and today we're going to be making Play-Doh. This is safe for children just in case they do put it in their mouth. It's all natural ingredients. So what you're going to need, I'll show you here. We have a cup of flour, we have 1/3 cup of salt, 1/2 cup of water, and a tablespoon of oil. I also have some food coloring here. I have a work surface that has some flour on it, a bowl and a spoon, and gloves because you're working with food dye. Even though I tend to get it on my fingers no matter what. I don't know how it gets in there, but okay. So first what you're gonna do is mix the dry ingredients. So that's the cup of flour and the 1/3 cup of salt. Okay, so I'm gonna put these over here. So I'm just going to gently mix that. You don't want to do it too fast because then it's going to fly all over the place. And then your kitchen will look like mine, coated in flour. Okay. So you just kind of mix it up. Just kind of get it evenly distributed. It's kind of hard to see, it's all the same color. Okay, now we're going to add the wet ingredients. This is 1/2 cup of water. Okay. And this is a tablespoon of oil. Okay, and then if we've done everything correctly, this should start forming a dough. I've only made dough one time before, and it was quite a while ago. But this looks good. This looks like correct consistency here. Okay. Oh, mix that. It smells nice. Okay. Looking pretty good. Take that off of there. I'll put it over there. Okay. I'm gonna get this in a nice ball. Ooh, it's flying all over the place. Okay, so I have flour. I'll move this out of the way. On here because when you work with dough, it gets a little sticky. So you kind of want to roll it a little bit. Roll it up in there. Also, if you find it's too sticky, you can add more flour to the actual ingredients. So I'm going to take just a chunk because this can actually make 4 different colors. This is going to be our little test one here. So I don't know if you remember, but there was something called a little pinch pot that you used to make, kind of like a little hole in the center, and that's where you're going to put the dye. So we're just going to start with couple of little drops because you don't know how dark it's going to be. Now what you do is you take it and fold it in, and as you're folding it in, it'll mix. You can kind of see there. It's going to take a little bit of time to get it all in there, but the more you mix it, the better your color will distribute. This is a nice light blue. So I'm just kind of turning it in on itself as it goes. It's kind of fun to play with. Okay, this looks nice. I think I'm going to make a little bit more, so if you want to add more, put a little well in there. Just add a little bit more, make it a little darker. So then I take it and I fold it in. As you're folding it in, it also helps to not get the dye on your fingers because the dye is kind of going through the dough first. Although you can see, if you're not wearing gloves, you will get it on your fingers. So you probably want to wear old clothing and maybe a little apron. And like I said, this is all natural ingredients, so you don't have to worry if a little one accidentally puts it in their mouth. Although I wouldn't say you should just sit down and eat this like as if it was cookie dough, because instead of sugar, there's salt in here, so I can't imagine it tastes very good. Okay, so there you have our blue Play-Doh. So cute. Okay, we'll do one more. We'll do a different color just so you can kind of see. I'm going to do, let's do red. So it would be the same. You'd make a little well, and you put just a couple in there. And then we're gonna take it and we're gonna mush it into it. And like you saw with the other one, it takes a little while, although this darker color looks like it's catching a lot faster. So that's good. And if you wanted a lighter red, almost like a pink, I would only add 1 dot. And if you wanted a really nice deep red, then I would add some more. Or if you feel like it's not kind of coating your dough enough, you can also add some more. And the cool thing is that you can make any colors. You can make it for the holidays, or if you want as a gift, you can make a whole bunch of colors and then put them in little containers as gifts. I'm gonna do a couple more just to get that nice dark, rich color like we did with the other one. This is just also really just therapeutic to mush, kind of like a stress ball. All right, very nice. And the more you play with it, the more the color kind of gets in there. And also the more the dye gets absorbed. So that way when you actually give it to the kids, they won't get food dye all over themselves. Of course, test it out first before you just start throwing Play-Doh at your kids. All right, and if it is sticky, you can always roll it in a little bit of flour. So here's ours. We have the blue and we have the red. And this can always be divided for the yellow, the green, whatever you want to do. And that's Play-Doh. I hope you had fun. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to teach you how to make in the comments below, and I'll see what I can do. Bye, guys.